What is going on, my baboon brothers, my simian sisters? Dujas here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. Today, we're continuing the tournament series, this time looking at the A-Mariner Cup 4 Round 3. Now, for all of you that don't know, the A-Mariner Cup is the premier standard mode tournament where all of the best standard players in all Advanced Wars duke it out for the crown. Now, this was Round 3. So if you haven't checked out my Round 1 game versus Steezer, my Round 2 game versus Fluffy, I highly recommend checking those out before we delve into this game. Now, before we delve into this, I want to say this analysis is going to be a little more analytical and educational than my other analysis. Some of you guys really like that. It's going to be less baboonery and crazy stuff, more learning. So prepare for that. So this map right here is called I Went to the Beach and Didn't Write Your Name, or some like pop song-ish name. What's notable about this map is it's 23k, both sides equal. You have an airport and a base versus a base over here, and vice versa over there. So it's base light, only 2 bases per side, higher income base light map. Now I want you guys to learn something here. Why did we choose Kindle? It's tier 3, this is before Kindle moved up to tier 2, but why would you choose Kindle here rather than say Andy, who can spam out Neo tanks and medium tanks, etc., or Rachel? Some people chose Rachel. Why would you choose Kindle? Why do you think I chose Kindle in this sort of map? Just take a look at this map and give some guesses why you think Kindle's good here. You can pause if you want to. Anyway, I'll tell you right now. The reason is 2 words: calm towers. Calm towers here are extremely contested. And one thing about Kindle, if you're capping a comp tower and you have an infantry versus infantry fight, and you're on a comp tower and they attack from a plane, you will always win that engagement. It's going to be like a 6-6 engagement, and then they attack you 10 HP to 10 HP on the capturing property. Since your Kindle has that bonus of 40%, it's a 6-6 engagement, then you attack back, and it goes to the 6-1, or maybe even can kill off the other unit, depending if you have a different comp tower. So you always win the engagement as Kindle, whereas let's say you're Andy, let's say if you're Rachel, at best, you're going to have an even tie. It's going to be like you knock them down to 6, they knock you down to 7, and you fight it out, and you both have like 2 or 3 HP or 1 HP at the end, and no one wins the calm tower. However, Kindle will consistently win one-on-one infantry battles if she is capturing first if you attack from a plane. Very interesting thing to know. Another thing about this map, once you flip some properties that are contested, is incredibly hard. It's not once you flip them, once you get properties that are contested, it's incredibly hard to flip them. Namely, the calm towers and this property here, and this property here. Once they go under either one of them players' control, they are probably never going to the other person, or maybe they don't even get. I've seen most games, actually, these are not even captured. They are white the entirety of the game. No one captures them because they're so hotly contested. This is the weak base for green over here, but it's 1 turn reinforced to attack that. You can't land on it, but you land on this road over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with a tank, that is. Whereas it's orange, you reach it in 2 turns with tanks. So because of that, highly contested properties, the one-on-one infantry battles where you can win the calm towers, that's why I like Kindle here. Urban Blight's pretty nice as well, and it also is sort of a base rushy sort of map because this is a really weak base. You're surrounded by a river, and look at these choke points. What's notable about this map is the choke points on your weak side over here. Now, why is this weak? It's not only because there's an airport over here, but look. You place an infantry here. Let's say I'm green and I attack a tank over here. Tank attacks, and you want to attack back with a tank, but I put a 1 HP infantry right there. Your tank can no longer attack my tank back. You have an acting engagement, but you block something here, or here, you can't attack back. So a lot of people, if you have unit count, you can put a weak little dinky unit here and bottle up the other person's tanks. Likewise, you can put a big medium tank here, and a tank will be incredibly scared to even come out of this little bottle over here. There's a bottleneck over here as well as the forest. This is a very weak base. Because of this weak bottled up nature, it is a weak base, and it can actually be overrun. I've seen a few base trades on this map. I would say they're incredibly common, but they do happen. And air units are really good on this map. Like I said, it's 23k. That means 1 B-copter and 2 tanks per turn at maximum income per side. 23k. Tank, 7k, 7k, 14k, plus 9k, 23k. So you're going to see a lot of air units. They're really good. And you will see there is one spot that is incredibly strong for battlecopters. Battlecopters are insane on this map, so buckle up and get battlecopters on this map, because look, the rivers are really annoying to, like, you have to loop around over here. Anyway, let's talk about the contested properties real quick as well. Contested properties are the comp tower and these 2 properties, as well as these are like secondary contested properties over here. These middle properties are secondary contested, not nearly as much as this and the comp towers, but still pretty contested. This is like in the middle over here, say you're orange. Reaching these properties over here is like trying to scratch your back or trying to put sunscreen on your back, and there's a spot you can't reach because you have to go around over here. You're like, I can reach it from here. Over here, you have to go around up through there or around up through there. there's no direct way unless you break these pipe scenes. So it's like trying to reach that spot on your back that you can't quite reach. It's very difficult, like was with green over here. Eventually you can reach it, but it's very difficult. And let's say you have a medium tank or some strong units guarding over here as orange. It's going to be pretty difficult for green to circumvent that and get around here without getting blasted. Same thing goes with anti-air. You build an anti-air and there's tanks around here. How do you cover from copters if your anti-air has to be so defensive because you're always on the lookout for an offensive attack? So because of that, it's a very base rushy, aggressive kind of map where Kindle shines. So that was a long-winded explanation of that. Like I said, this is going to be more educational. And there's also one more thing of note that not many people know about this map. There's something strange about this map and people haven't been utilizing it. See if you can take notes now. What's interesting about this map that I haven't talked about that could be very interesting? Keep that in the back of your mind. It has nothing to do with the HQ, by the way. Anyway, without further ado, let's talk about players real quick. I was just about to start the game, but yeah, I've played medium tank before. He's like a 1250 player, 1300 level player. I prepared for this map, by the way. Shout out to Reimer, shout out to Mr. Greensuit for helping me prep for this game. I prepped a lot. I want to win this tournament, like the whole thing, not just round by round. I want to win the whole thing. I put in my time, and I'm going to walk through my thought process why I did certain things. So prepare for some big brain stuff. Like, I'm pretty proud of how I played for the most part on this map. So without further ado, let's begin. So I'm in the green beans at the top, and already there's a route that most people take. Sonia Superior, Tordred, or everyone's going over here to take these properties. Go 7. That's nice. I get it. You can capture here, and you have a nice chain. Or some people, they're more aggressive. They go for this chain over here. Oh, I'm going to go capture this, and then I'm going to try to sneak this property over there. Also, you know, valuable. Some people go for the back airport. That's probably the worst of the options. And some people go up here to the forest. Now, it might not seem like a big deal here, but it sort of is. Look, notice how our path differs. So, I move my infantry over here. There is a back cap over here, and I do this for 2 reasons. Number 1, I want to get this chain, and get the comm tower. The reason I'm doing this so early is I want to get the comm tower before Orange's units get up here to stop me. I want to get the comm tower before I capture this, I capture that. It's a nice chain. A lot of people can capture the back capture over there. It's fine. It's not a big deal as player 1. Player 2, this is number 2 reason why I did this. And also, I moved my infantry down here. Like I said, I want to get to the comm tower. I'm not going for the route everyone else goes. Just because everyone else does it doesn't mean it's right. I practiced this, and I can tell you with almost certainty, this is the best way to go. And people have not really realized that, and you'll see why soon. So, why did I go over here? Because people like to copy me. And I bet if I did this, he's not going to capture this back property. He's going to go over here. He goes for the back cap like everyone else. He's playing like monkey see, monkey do. And he does that. You know why this is bad for player 2, or player 1, excuse me. If you do not capture this property, you will no longer have the first tank. You have to capture this property, and then you get the first tank. Meaning, I'm going to get the first tank and the third tank. Usually in tank orders, you have one player gets the first tank, the second player gets the second and the third to even things out. You know, it's like in a snake draft. You don't want the person to be picked first, and then they pick third, and then they pick fifth. That's not fair. Why does the second person always pick second after the other person? No. It should be B, A, B, A, B, B, A. So it should be my tank, or his tank, my tank, his tank. However, he forgoes that. So I have the first tank, you'll have the second tank, I'll have the third tank, which is nice. I decide where the battles happen because I have the first tank, and also I'd be able to have a tank chain, which you can't normally have. So, we're already off to a great start. I saw that, and I was like, hell yeah, we're doing good. And he also put the infantry back here. It is not aggressive. He is not going towards this aggressive cap over here, and he's not pushing me towards the comm tower. I was very happy how this went. Very small things. No one even, it's day 2, and already the game is completely morphed. That's how crazy this is. I'm going for the cap over there. I go over here as well. And I go over here. And I bet, with absolute certainty, he's like, what the hell is DJ doing? No one has done this move, as far as I know, at a higher level. No one has done this. They're like, huh. Okay, he's capturing that property. Why didn't he just... This is not really that contested. Why did he go for that property instead of the back one? Well, first off, I can still get a tank even if I don't capture that. I will still have the first tank even if I don't capture that. That's the beauty of player 1 right here. So it doesn't even matter. If I capture this and I needed a tank first, and this is the only way to get it, I would have done that. But look here. I'm not going for this property. This is a fake out. I'm going for this property. This is another beautiful thing. I look like I'm going for this property. So he's like, huh, interesting. I could have gone over here, and here, and there. But that's too obvious. If I go like here, 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 he's going to think, maybe go for that property, maybe go for that property. I want to fake him out so hard, he has no idea what I'm doing. And he's also probably going to copy me. And he doesn't know what I'm doing, so he's just going to copy me blindly. So he goes over here. That's fine, I guess. Captures that property. He copies me. He's like, what is Deej doing? He probably knows what he's doing. And I do know what I'm doing, but he doesn't know. Capture the front property. Notice, I'm not going for the back property. I'm waiting pretty late to get the juicy, easy income. I'm not going for easy income here. I'm going for aggressive caps. I want to get the aggressive caps and hold them, and slowly but surely, I will lock in a higher income. Rather than that early payoff, it's like if you get an Oreo cookie now, or you can wait a few days and you get 5 Oreo cookies. It's like you're a little kid, okay? Now I'm going to go for those safe caps. Finally get the back cap over here. And this part, I bet he was like, what the hell is Deej doing? He didn't capture that. Wait, is he going for this cap? Wait, is he going for this cap? Is he going for this? He probably was like, what in the hell is Deej doing? No other player has done this. No other player. I looked at the replays. No other player in Division 1 has done this. He's probably, what the hell is going on here? And he should be. So he captures this property over there. And he has no backup. Let's say he put an infantry right there. I would have changed my mind. Because then he could have interrupted me and then captured with the next one. So once I saw this guy go backward, as he should, and he has no backup over here, I know I'm going to win the one-on-one. Remember, if I said you attack from a plane or a road without a comm tower, the defender, as Kindle, will always win. So I felt with absolute confidence I can win this. So he's like, what the hell is Deej doing? See, he has no idea, because if he knew what I was doing, he would have gone over here. But if he did go over here, notice, I will be finished capping and interrupt him next turn. I won't even have to end my cap to attack. He'd have to stop his cap to attack. I am prepared. So if he did, theoretically, completely mirror me, I'm ready to interrupt either one of these caps. So now he had to like, I guess I'll go over here then? No, I'm not going to lie. I sweat a little bit because I was like, okay, he's near my HQ. So I adjusted my movement a little bit here. Because of that, like I said, first tank this turn. I have the first tank. Look, he's a little bit short of a tank because of his capture chains. I go for the most contested property in the entirety of the map, and I'm most likely going to get it. It was worth skipping 2k income, basically. I skipped 2k income for that. And I built a tank. Why did I build a tank on the weak side? The tank on the weak side is actually really good in the early game, really bad in the late game. You don't want to be fighting over here in the late game because the copters and other tanks are going to beat you. However, this gets you to the center much quicker than this over here. It's going to take you 3 turns to get over here. My tank, go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can already start attacking this property over here. I can already, if he tries to go for an HQ rush over here, my tank can catch up to him and get him. For that reason, the weak side tank early is very good. I've seen Sony as a superior build this tank here as well. It just makes sense. It's, like I said, don't want to start a tank chain here, and I'll show you that I don't. But I just want it for, early availability. So I expect him to fully copy me. I get the most contested property in the whole map. I'm feeling good. He goes for this property over here. Honestly, he should have gone for this property, I think, and really scare me. I mean, I will be able to interrupt my infantry over here, but like I said, attacking into an HQ, I'm going to have to bring this guy back over here. Like, he could have really scared me. Imagine he captures here. My infantry moves there. My tank moves here. If he builds a tank here, I will barely be able to stop that. I will probably have to divert multiple infantry over here, including this one up here, then up here to defend. It would have been really scary. He could have really scared me by going for this cap over here. Let's just put it that way. But he goes for a little wimpier cap. He's being playing a little safe. Builds a tank on this. This is the correct move, by the way. It would be bad to build the tank over here. The correct move over here. It gets centralized very early. Nothing wrong with that. Now, notice I have a step over here on the con tower over here. I have a step. His infantry has not captured this property. I will be 1 day earlier over here capping, and I'm 1 day over here. I am 1 day closer to him on both comm towers because my first infantry went up here. His first infantry went there. I went down here, so I'm going to get here first, or earlier than him on likewise. And this will come into very valuable play. Like I said, the most contested properties. I already got the most contested. There is the comm tower as well. Tier 1 contested. These in the middle are not as contested. These are tier 1 contested. Tank loops around, capture this property finally. I'm scared what's going on over here. I'm like, okay, let's see what goes on. Build my tank over here. Like I said, I do not want to have a chain going on. Things are going very well so far. I'm very happy with the results. In fact, I'm ecstatic. Let's put it that way. I'm very happy with how things are going. My positioning is clutch. I'm going to get to the comm tower. I'm going to win the comm tower. Basically, unless he like bull rushes this infantry over here, I'm going to capture this comm tower. Maybe that'd be really weird. If he really wanted to rush his tank, then I could just build a tank over here. So basically, this is almost guaranteed comm tower for me at this point. I can't say the same for him over there. I build my first tank chain over here. A lot of people like to reinforce this way. I like going down this way as well because it kind of defends these properties. If I need to put this over here to interrupt the comm tower or defend my infantry over here, I can do it. And because he captures this wimpy property, I'm like, oh, that's fine. Before I was going to freak out and like try to get on the HQ and stuff, but I'm not freaking out anymore. My tank goes over here, it blocks him. Likewise, I expect his tank to like go over here and like block me. Look, notice. Both of the most contested properties of the game I'm capturing. And if he interrupts that with, say, an infantry or a tank, my tank will smack him in the face. I'm about to get away with both the most contested properties in the game. So I'm happy. And I do something here. And I didn't really like this tank move. It was a little wimpy. Honestly, he could move this tank like right here. And moved his infantry to cap and his tank on the silo over here. And really threatened me over here. If he did that, I'd probably consider putting my infantry on top of the HQ and moving this tank like over here. Like that would have been really scary. I think he was a little wimpy here. I don't agree with this move. He had a lot of pressure. At least capture that, because I can't even interrupt this. Capture this, I can't stop you. Like there's a river here. This guy's capping. I would have freaked out basically. I would have moved this infantry over here, would have capped here, and I would have put my infantry here. So I'd have one attack from the river, one attack from the plain, one attack from the top. Like I was scared, man, but he relieved the pressure, and I was actually very happy to see that. I don't like this tank move right here, very wimpy. Like I said, it's the weak base over here. But you want it to be in the middle, you want to centralize it, so I was a little interested by that. So now, comm tower, like I said, he attacks me here, it's going to be 6-6 at best. He might even knock me down to a 7-5. Guaranteed I win this matchup without a comm tower. Guaranteed I always win. Without a comm tower. Remember that asterisk. Things are going great. Now, remember when I said there's something strange about this map that no one really seemed to notice or do anything about, or... We're going to talk about what the thing is and how I exploited it. Watch this. First off, I'm capping this property so we can mirror. He can't stop me without interrupting with a tank, and I will mess him up if he does that. Black boat. Black boat? What the hell is a black boat going to... He's going to capture this property. He's got it easy. You attack from a plane over here. But notice... I finished a turn earlier. What does that allow me to do? I don't have to attack from there. I have an extra turn. He has to attack me from here. You can't use any black boat or anything like that. Deej, what is this? I don't understand. What's going on here? This is a colossal threat. No one saw this. Shout out to Mr. Greensuit for actually coming up with this. This is a colossal threat. Number one. Scenario one, he attacks me from here onto the mountain. I win this 100% of the time. Why? Better defense, and I heal myself up with a black boat, 1 HP every turn. Worst case scenario, you do not want to do this as one. Scenario 2, he captures the comm tower, I attack from the silo. You attack from the silo instead of the plane, the attacking infantry will win. That's right. Instead of a 6-6, you're knocking down to like a 6-7 or 6-8. And the attacking infantry will win. At worst, neutralizing everyone is at like 1 or 2 HP and can never cap. Attack from a silo, it's a completely different story. Scenario 3, he captures the comm tower. I ignore that. I capture his city over here. What does he do? He has to divert a tank over here? He has to stop capturing this over here? He has to go down here with an infantry? Like, there is so many threats. No one utilized that black boat. No one. This is why experiment for yourself. Don't only follow what other people are doing. If you have the time, and I made time to analyze this game. I don't have a lot of free time these days, but I spent my time on this round. This was freaking most underrated move of the entire match. It doesn't look like much, but it is huge. And look, it reverberates, all of the damage reverberates. Now, another thing I was thinking about is, do I keep my tank here or block here? And ultimately, I moved it here. I was debating putting my tank here, but he can attack me, and he'll lose that engagement, But then this tank will attack my infantry over there, and I really wanted to guarantee this cap. So if he attacks me with the tank, which is the only way he can attack me, I will smash him back with my own tank. I didn't want to allow a hit. I mean, I could delay this, but he's going to get this. This is his strong side. I can't stop that long term, so I thought it was silly to try to stop that. So, get my tanks positioned to the middle. Like I said, I have both contested properties here, and I'm going to get the comm tower. And he is not. That's the best part. That's the breast part. So at this point, I don't know, like, if you look at this board today, a lot of people will be like, it looks pretty even. Yeah, he's got one more property here than you. You have these properties, but he's got this one over here, and he's got these back properties earlier than you, and looks pretty even. This is not even. Some people might understand, if you show this picture to, like, say, Toulouse, or like a high-level player, they're like, damn, green is killing it. It doesn't look like it. But I don't want to say the game is won, but as long as I don't mess up bad, this game is won. This is so subtle. That's the subtlety of some Advanced Wars games and some maps. This game is won. I have the most contested properties. Unless I mess things up, I survived any HQ threat, I will have 4K more income advantage than my opponent the rest of the game. I will have a comm tower while my opponent does not the rest of the game. That's pretty big deal. 4K and a comm tower? That's huge. So, my opponent, maybe he doesn't realize he's screwed yet. But he's panicking, I will tell you that. Because of this infantry over here, it reverberates how much this infantry does over here. Because of this infantry. He caps over here. He has to move this tank over here. He is terrified. He's like, oh shit, he's going to attack from the silo and win. Oh shit, he's going to capture this property and take it. This is a big deal. I'm diverting an entire tank, 7K, just because I used this black boat. Just because I used the black boat. That is crazy, if you think about it. No one else uses it. Everyone else just lets sit there and move around or whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm telling you, that black boat was genius. And like I said, I didn't come up with it first. Mr. Green Suit did. So full credit to him. But it is crazy. Now, you have to adjust. First things first, I get the comm tower. I'm going to have that the rest of the game, basically. These are incredibly hard to flip. Similar to these properties, I'm never going to lose these, basically. Spoiler alert, I don't lose them because they're really hard to take. Things are going well. But I have to adjust. Now, I see this tank over here. I'm like, he invested a lot to build this tank over here. When someone spends a lot of resources to do something, you want to make them waste it. What would be good for making this tank wait? If I attack from the silo now, he's going to kill me with the tank, and he's going to go down to 6, and he's going to capture in 2 turns. Which, you know, it was cool. I diverted a tank, but that's not good enough. I want to make this tank useless. And how do I make it useless? I divert my attack. Well, first off, I attack from the silo over here. I'm going to win that engagement. And good luck attacking me over here. I got a bunch of tankies right in your freaking face. Look at this rubber band right here. You're attacking to this one defends. You're attacking to this one, both of them defend. You're attacking this, like, there is a rubber band of tanks. It's not a death ball, but everything is connected by another tank that's strong. And because of that, I have 4 tanks in a row. Good luck attack. I'm so bold here. I'll attack from a road. I don't care. I'm going to win that battle. Not scared at all. Put my tank over here. I could have put it 1 turn further, but I was wary of this tank as well. I don't want to give that tank a target. I will allow it to attack me from a road so I can get a 2-hit KO right there. But look, I adjust. 6-6. However, there's something slight here. Remember at the beginning, I caveated. You attack from a plane over here, you're going to automatically lose the attacker without a comm tower. I have my comm tower. If he doesn't attack back into me right here, I will, at worst, tie this engagement. Silo, I automatically win. We know that, but I don't want to give this tank. And this tank can't hit me. My black bow is blocking, and it wouldn't reach anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He needs 7 moves. This tanks have 6 moves. So, also another thing, Copter's incredibly strong, like I said. I base skipped here. Oh, Deej base skipped on base. Like, Deej always says don't base skip. You never base skip. Everything has nuance. Copter is so good on this map, and I am winning so hard over here. I don't care. I'm going to build a Copter. And I'll show you why it's so damn good, and what I do. He attacks me over here, not advised. Not a good attack right here. I can already tell you, I have tank superiority. That's going to get smacked. That's going to get smacked. Oops. Tank, he mirrors me over here. That's fine. Except the mirror is, I have both these properties. He does not have this one right here. Things are looking good. And he has to take the walk of shame. Remember when I said you can't reach that sunscreen spot in the back of your neck over here? Or back of your back? He can't go through this way. He can't go through this bottleneck. He will get swarmed by my tank. He has to take the wimpy around route. Look at this little wimpy around route. You could get there in 1, 2 turns. 1, 2, 3 turns to get over here. He doesn't even reach the silo in 3 turns. That's a wimpy route if I've ever seen one. I'm making him so passive. He is so passive right now. I have very active units. He has very passive units. And like I said, theoretically, if I wanted to, tank attacks here, 7 HP infantry, bottles it up, his tank cannot attack me back, depending on what he builds right here. But just keep that in mind. He builds a copter as well. Smart move. He needs to build a copter. Copters are overpowered. Now, capture my property. Now you're starting to see the income advantage just start to go. He had an early lead because he got this nice chain over here. He had 19, 18k. I only had 16k. If you go back, like, yeah, he's ahead basically the whole time. He ends it with 17, 19. Oop. Oh, I skipped a turn. Hold your... don't look. Anyway. Now it's my turn. Capture my proppies. Now look. If I didn't have the comm tower, that would have gone down to a 4. And I would probably be down at a 3. And I would lose the engagement. 10% extra firepower. Like I said, at worst, I tie. Take notes. This is looking a little scary over here. The black boat, you can transport both of these. One gets on here, one gets on the forest. Mildly scary. But I'm not going to allow that. I go for a tank engagement over here. Honestly, I got lucky here, but it didn't matter. It's a 33% chance at a 2-hit KO, but if I attacked my infantry here, which I had planned to do, I would have just attacked my infantry here, guaranteed the KO. But it's nice to have that little roll once in a while. Get an attack over here. Basically, I kill off one tank and I weaken one to a 9-4. My tank over here, I have 4 full HP tanks, basically. This one's defending this and this. He has 1 full HP tank. There's 1 in no man's land, 2 in no man's land, 1 on the base. This one can't attack anything by my infantry, so I'm probably going to pull this back so he has nothing to attack. And things are looking phenomenal for me. What he should have done, by the way, is not capture this property. What he should have done is the burnt, how do you call it? Like a Pyrrhic victory, like you burn your bridges or whatever. He should have attacked me here, knocked me down to like 2, and he would have been at like 5. What would have happened then, as I go back over here, and I heal up, and he has to like, he wouldn't get it basically. So what I'm saying, by the time he gets there, I will have a power / this will be healed up and I can attack him. Basically, he's not getting that comm tower for the most part. There is a roll though. So now he captures over here. There is a roll now. It is in my favor. It's about a 57% chance that I KO him right here. 57% chance. Now, if I did not get this roll, I wasn't going to freak out because my plan was, if I don't get the roll, then I'm just going to capture with this guy. I'm not going to even capture the port. I'm going to capture with this infantry over here. And my copter is not going to allow his tank to stop me from capturing this. So, worst case scenario, I don't kill him this turn, I kill him the next turn, this infantry comes in. I can use this as a blocker, I can put this one in the silo, and this one captures the comm tower. So I wasn't really worried, but it's in my favor. So he comes in. Basically, I kill a tank for free. He cannot tack back into me right here. He will lose his infantry. He basically lost a tank and a half. So I'm ahead in properties. I'm ahead in comm tower. I'm ahead in tanks. I'm winning everything. This is turning into a slaughter. This is turning into a good old-fashioned butt whipping. And this anti-air, let's say I put my copter over here. How is this anti-air going to get over there? He'll get killed by tanks. Anti-air very weak on this map in this weak side over here. Copters are really, really good. I cannot overstate this enough. Copters are really good. And there's a specific spot where they're the best. Anyway, I go for the roll. Well, first I do this. I was scared about this. I'm like, I don't want him to get the comm tower. Like, I worked too hard for this. I planned everything so hard. You're not getting that. So he won't get it. Capture this property over here. Build my anti-air. Like I said, you have to build them. I mean, they're weak, but you have to build them. I get the roll. which is very nice. It makes things a lot easier. Now I can focus on this port instead. Now I don't have to worry about this as well. So, like I said, it's not a big deal, but it really helped me out regardless. But here, I don't want to be like braggadocious or whatever, braggadocious, but I played this like really good for the first like 11 turns. Really good, like clinical, better than most other people, including the best players, Lord Clefairy, Dead FS, whatever. I think I played this better than most of their things. I'm just going to throw it out there. I normally don't do this, but this time I did. And here is the best copter spot in the game. Why is this the best copter spot? Look at this. This is like in chess when you have a knight. Knights are pretty decent, but imagine having the best position knight. It's better than a rook in that instance. Look at this. Option 1. I go down here and I attack the tank that attacks. Okay, well, that's annoying. The enter has to go down here. Option 2. I attack in the middle over here. Something is over here. I shift to the middle. How does this follow? You can't follow me because there's a river blocking, a mountain blocking, and the tanks are swarm. Option 3. I attack the base. I have 3 incredibly strong options here from the copter. This is the best copter spot in the game. This river right here. Not many people know it. You have to have a tank right here, or else this can reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to have this tank here. But that is a really good copter spot. But here I make my blunder. My first blunder of the game. What do? I should be retreating over here. I have an income advantage. I'm about to have a huge income advantage. I'm going to capture this property back, capture this property. I'm just going to have, I already have a 2k advantage. It's going to get worse and worse, basically. But I make one bad mistake here. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is where I messed up. This tank needed to go in this forest. Or out of range of a tank over here. Not in this road. And you'll see why. I played so well. I was so, like I said, this game is won, basically. Unless you make a colossal mistake. I would say this is colossal, but this is a big mistake. Why is this bad? Pause and see why you think. Why is this tank on a road bad? Why do you think it's bad? Pause it if you need to. You'll soon find out why. If I moved it to this forest, completely different turn. Watch. Tank attacks me here. I'm not worried. Tank attacks me there. I'm not going to 2-hit KO. He has no comm tower. He needs to use another tank to kill. Well, so what's the big deal? Well, there's another tank attack here. Oh. Why is that doubly bad? Number one, it's going to be like a 4-8? More importantly, it gives him a CO power. Interrupting my cap here. Interrupting my cap here. Weakening my unit that's healing. And it gives a bad engagement. Now I have 2 full HP tanks. I used to have 4. And he had to sacrifice some tanks to do it. But now I only have 2. He somehow got tank superiority through all of this. I was winning so hard in the middle. But now I'm losing in the middle? Just because of this one mispositioning. And uses an Ermine Blight. And this hurts. It's not the end of the world, but now this is looking scary over here. Now this looks like a blunder. Why did I heal this up if it was just going to get weakened? It stops this contested cap. This is a huge income swing. It's, shifts 2k. I would have shifted him to 20,000 and I would have had 23,000. That's a pretty big deal. Kills off my infantry there now. Blackbolt blocks. I don't know about that. That's kind of sussy, but okay. Moves his anti over here. Interesting move. Captures the property here. Captures the property here. He's feeling very good. Because I just made a huge blunder. Very dumb move on my part. Builds a medium tank over there as well. He's fearing the copter and the tanks. I'm going to overrun him, which is, he's right. I will overrun him if he's not careful. Pause and see if you can find a really good move by me right here. There's a really good move I can do right here. See if you can figure it out. Alright, unpause. I did this immediately. Well, first off, I healed this. This is like, I love this Blackfoot, man. Cheeky heal. Number 2, I'm going to get my power, which is nice. Let's see when I do it. Capture over here, Ermine Blight. So that stops both these captures. Like I said, I'm never getting up this capture, plop, twist, or whatever. Attack the infantry over there. Sure, I'm happy to dedicate a tank. It's worth it at this point. Like I said, he kind of wasted a tank over here, but he didn't even stop the engagement. I still won the engagement. Over here, I'm dedicating a tank. It's no big deal. His Blackbolt is scared to get off here so I can cap, so he loses It's worth what, 7,500? So it's like, I don't even know how much. 750 times 3, 2,250 funds every turn, or every time to heal this back up to full. So he's losing over 2,000 funds by keeping it here. And I'm threatening all 3 of these properties, essentially, if he moves the Black Boat. Here's the move. Boom. Subtle, huh? He can't reach me. I got a free hit from my copter on his medium tank, and he has no retribution. In fact, this has to run away because my tank's going to beat the shit out of it. Like I said, this spot is so good for copters. And I moved this one over here because I'm actually intending to shift to this one more to the middle. This one I was considering into the bottom, but now that this is over here, I'm like, I'm not going to the bottom. I'm considering either an attack here or I go in the middle. Copters are good. And I make some things happen sometimes when I play poorly, and we play this sort of a little bit live. I make some bad misdecisions and it kind of cascades, kind of waterfalls. I made some other terrible decisions this turn. Number 1, I never used the move calculator or the damage calculator. I thought this would kill. Plot twist, it does not, because I wanted to attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then one shot this 9 HP. But it doesn't. I didn't calculate that. That's all on me. I played so well, but now just complacency and I don't know, what have you, kick in. Anyway, it's bad engagement for me. Build another anti-air because I see there's so many copters. I'm a little scared. I actually moved this on the city. It's whatever. The only good news is this copter can front shift over here and help in the meantime. This anti-air is like, where do I even go? He's got to like move his medium tank over here and build like another anti-air. But if he builds an anti-air, then my tank attacks, my copter attacks, and I can take the property. I'm pretty sure a tank attack plus a copter attack either knocks it down to 1 or 0. Hell, even if it goes down to 1, my 2 copters will guaranteed kill it, so. And I build my first artillery. Artillery good on this map, like you said. You can put it on the city right here. You can put it here. It's very easy to base lock with an artillery. This is like, I've been softening up some jabs. This is like the knockout blow. It doesn't look like it, but that's like the boom. Weaken them up a little bit, and then the knockout blow comes with a real base rush. Copter comes in, and now we're playing this live part. He makes some terrible decisions right here. That's fine. That's fine. But, this 6 HP tank needs to go here. I can reach his copter. He needs to put this here. Like I said, it's a bottleneck. 1, 2, 3, but like, I can't get around it. Put it here. Hell, put it there. Either or of these right here, it blocks. I was very shocked to see him just kill his copter like that. So he made some blunders too, which made me feel better about myself. And he has to retreat this infantry, as he should. Built a second medium tank, and I was like, I thought he was going to build an anti-air. But he does have a copter over here. He's forced to divert this copter to defend over there. It makes sense. But this is also allowing a copter hit on a medium tank from a city. This is going to do like 4 to 5 damage to that medium tank. Retreats his infantry over there. Capture the port. Capture the contested property. Now we're up 5k. And I'll allow him to get this property. Capture that property. See, I position over here so this infantry cannot reach and interrupt me or weaken me at all. So I'm still threatening that cap. Easy copter kill. Instead of going for this property over there, I actually opt to go. Well, first I do that, knock it down to 3. Pretty good roll. This copter goes in as well. Get another hit. Only goes to a 9. That's a bad rule. Should be going down to an 8. It's not even using a power, so that's just bad luck. But whatever. Kill this infantry. Like I said, he's never getting in that property. I could have interrupted this one, but this is easier long term to hold. I think I can get this one better with this infantry positioned over here. If I allow him to get that, I'm never getting it back. If I allow him to get this property, I can actually get this one back. So, build my medium tank as well. Medium tank, copter, infantry. Now we're starting to show this extra funds that I have. And I'm winning on all accounts, by the way. Literally winning on every single account. Even though I blundered in the middle, I'm still winning everything. So imagine if I hadn't blundered. This would have been like a sports analogy, like a shutout. Like a soccer game or football game that's like 9-0. Football game, American football game that's 45-3, like something like that. Instead, it's still like I'm still whooping him, but you know, it's a lot closer than it could have been. So, gets the property, tries to get the other property. Copter comes in over here. Well, a little shoddily still, it's fine though. It's not a big deal. Capture the property now. I use my Urban Blight. He's not capturing this property. This weakens this infantry as well. He's not capturing that property. I'm threatening this property, which is always nice. Anti-air blocks him from trying to capture this property because now I don't have an Urban Blight anymore. Move my medium tank out. Since there's no copters in the vicinity, copters can be scary around a medium tank. There's no copters. There's no artillery to really trap me and kill my medium tank. Nothing can kill this at this point. Only thing that can kill it is very far away, this other medium tank. So I decided to kill off that. So kind of got bad luck here. What I was thinking of is this goes over here, kills that. The tank goes over here, attacks. This attacks that and kills that, and the 2 HP goes on top. That would have been really good, but I get bad rolls, and it's whatever. So because this medium tank was not killed, doesn't happen. But yeah, I kill off that anti-air. Honestly, should I not have attacked with this Arcopter? I don't know. It was kind of dubious. Maybe I should have just retreated this and allowed this anti-air to kill this and this copter to kill that. I probably should have kept this one alive in retrospect. But I was hoping that maybe he puts something on top of this base over here, so he has to base skip, and he ends up doing that actually. So honestly, I probably should not have moved my 9 HP copter over there. That's a mistake in retrospect, but I'm so far ahead now, it's not even funny. Here's an Urban Blight. Stop my cap over there. Like I said, these things don't really ever get flipped. Like, these properties don't get flipped, and that statement is holding true. And honestly, he builds more anti-air, but the game is... We're not going to dilly-dally. Like, this game is won. I make some stupid move here. Like, I allow an anti-air hit over here. Medium tanks over there, but my income is insane now. Like, truly insane. I'm ahead 5K, soon to be 6K, soon to be 8K. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. You can't really lose at this point. So I'm not going to dwell on this. I didn't play the best here. I didn't need to. All I had to play was, like, not terribly. And I didn't play terribly. I can build a Neo tank and a tank. Now I have so much money. It's ridiculous. Like, even trade... Like, yeah, let's not waste our time here. I just won by a lot. I could build a Neo tank chain. I could build a Neo tank and an anti-air. That's how much money I have. Anyway. What I want to say in summation is... Prep helped me win this game. It helped me... Honestly, if I hadn't prepped and I played as terribly as I did on day 11, this could have gone a completely different angle. But because of my prep, I built such a freaking strong foundation that even though I blundered pretty bad right here and I lost the middle and allowed a power that stopped a lot of my caps, my foundation was so damn strong that even a big blunder like that, it weathered the storm. Like, this is a strong foundation. And it all started with my infantry placement. Mind games. I go over here, he's going to go over here, not going to get the first tank. Check mark right there. He goes over here. Okay, he's going to be one turn too late to stop my comp tower over here. I'm going to get the comp tower. I start over here. I'm going to reach him just in time, have my black boat push me off over here. Because if I go over here first like he does, he's getting that comp tower and I have to attack from a plane and I will lose that battle. So just these small things. And then over here, I get this property that is never flipped again. He never gets this property. In fact, I get it myself. He doesn't know what I'm doing. He just blindly follows around. It's fine. Honestly, he could have scared me. He wouldn't have won, but it would have scared me sufficiently and probably done a lot more damage than this. This is really passive, and I didn't really like that. But my foundation is what won that game. It was the practice. It was the time I put into this that won me the game. It was knowing that Kindle is the best CO, not because of Urban Blight or whatever, but because it wins you the comp towers. And it denies you your opponent's comp tower. Because it gets you these properties that you normally would lose or just not get. They'd be like neutral for the entirety of the game if you're Andy or Rachel. It threatens the base rush because it knocks down the 7 HP and a copter and a tank can kill you. There's so many reasons and like why I won this game. And it was a lot to do with prep. I normally don't speak about prep. Most of my games are about baboonian tactics and finding crazy combinations and I sack a tank into this and sack that and then do this. This is one game where instead of me working from behind like I always do, I don't put much research into most of my games. and working from behind like the comeback kid that I am. Instead, I built such a strong foundation, it was almost impossible for me to blow it. And if you have that ability, if you have the time to do the research, you can bump up your Global League score exponentially high if you put in the research and time. So I just wanted to show this match just to demonstrate. In tournaments where I put my effort in, my level is way higher than in other tournaments. And it shows. Like, the one tournament I prepared for, I got to the finals. That was Toulouse and Discord 5, or Discord 6 tournament. I intend to win the finals. Like, this isn't the tournament. Other round 1 games I've lost. I think in A Mariner Cup 2 and A Mariner Cup 3, I lost in, like, round 1. Just sheer complacency. I didn't prepare it all. Just lazy. This one, I prepared. Had people help me out with builds and whatnot, and I came to win, and I won. And like I said, didn't make this blunder here, this would have been an annihilation game. Like, anyway, I don't want to brag too much, but I want to like humbly brag that if you put in the effort, you will win a lot more of your games. Because most people don't have the time or the energy or the, I don't know, desire, the passion to pull that off. So if you're like, that's why people like DeadFS and Inkagark and stuff, they plan very well at Operation Mech Storm. That's why they win. They have such strong foundations, and that's something I'm actively working on. So I hope this taught you guys a lot about this map and about infantry positioning, and just how one turn extra, if I was one turn later, he gets the comm tower easy. One turn later here, he interrupts my comm tower. Small things that add up. I move my infantry here to here. The fake out, I didn't make it obvious. I didn't go here and then there and there. No, oh, he's gonna capture this? Wait, oh, he's gonna capture one of this? What, this? That? It's all about bluffing to your opponent as well. So anyway, I hope you guys learned a lot. This is a longer video than I was anticipating, but I really wanted to teach you guys a lot about this map and about the psychology that goes on in Advanced Force. So hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys were mildly entertained, even though it wasn't that close of a match. Shout out to Medium Tank Guy. Sorry, I didn't mean to be like mean or anything, but I put in a lot of effort and I just wanted to be honest about like how the map was going. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys were entertained, and I'll catch you guys in round 4 of the A Mariner Cup. 4. See you guys next time. Peace.